Hey everyone, welcome back to Arkham Horror, the card game, the Dunwich Legacy expansion. I have moved on to Scenario 1A, Extracurricular Activity. At the end of the last scenario, House Always Wins, the Abandoned Gang had a bone to pick, and we did rescue Dr. Francis Morgan, although Lily did not make it out unscathed. She now has a physical trauma. Sad day. But we are ready to get started with extracurricular activity. So we're looking for Dr. Warren Rice. Dr. Armitage is worried about his, or not doctor, professor. Dr. Armitage is worried about his colleague, Professor Warren Rice. He worries he might be in trouble. So he has asked for your help in finding his friend. He seems unreasonably nervous about his colleague's disappearance, considering Professor Rice has only been missing for a matter of hours. So then we do the setup. So fantastic. Extracurricular activity. So the administration building, we got to do some additional setup here. So we have completed the House Always Wins, so we use the faculty offices. The hour is late. The night is still young as RFG, so I guess when we put it into play, we'll grab that. Then Jazz Mulligan, the alchemical concoction, the experiment, Professor Warren Rice, the dormitories and alchemy labs are set out of play. The locations, Miskatonic Quad, Orrin Library, Humanities Building, Student Union Science Building, and Administration Building are in play. Everybody begins at the Miskatonic Quad. Okay. Then, shuffle the encounter deck. Sweet. Then we're ready to go. All right, Lily. Huh. Well, first aid might be okay, because she needs to heal her damage, and she has an arm injury, so first aid will be good in dealing with her arm injury. I don't need the Chthonian Stone. Do I want another sink? Nah, we're going to hard mulligan. Deny existence is good too, but I need a weapon. I'm going to keep first aid just because I know her weakness. We need a way to deal with the weakness when it pops up, so first aid's going to be in. So we're going to draw 4. Well, we just drew 3 weapons. 1 spell and 2 weapons. This is one of the cards I upgraded to, the Brand of Cthulhu. 6 charges fight, you may use head instead of fist, +1 skill value. If you succeed, you spend 1 or 2 charges to deal 1 or 2 damage. If you only succeed by 0, you lose an action. I think that's a solid upgrade for Lily. And it's a blue card, so it counted like I can upgrade it. It's a purple. Alright, let's shuffle Lily's stuff. Grab the whole pile and shuffle. Alright, Darrell. What do you got? I spent my 2 XP from last scenario on this lucky. Well, let's see. I don't need the Bizarre Diagnosis because Lily can heal herself. Occult Lexicon. Eureka? I mean, that'll go get me another card, and it'll commit for a book. Mariner's Compass, if I spend all my resources, will get me multiple clues in a turn. Yeah, let's just go 2. Madame Lebranche, which will let me gain resources, anatomical diagrams. I can make enemies easier to fight. Okay. Cool. Those are my opening hands. Let's go see what's at the Miskatonic Quad. A too early winter has stripped the trees bare. Their dead branches whistle as sharp, cold wind cuts across the empty quad. 3 Shroud, no clues, resign. We can't find Rice anywhere. You leave the campus, hoping Armitage will forgive you. All right, we both resign. No, kidding. Okay. I think Lily. So we could go to the student union, But, like, I like starting over here because these locations are connected to each other. It's a lot easier to move around here. Although... yeah. Okay. Lily, you're going to play something to fight enemies with. Let's play the brand of Cthulhu. Do I play my first aid right away? I'm going to get it out so that I have it out for when my arm injury shows up, because I know it's going to show up. I know it's going to show up. And then I'm going to head down. I'm going to head over to the Orne Library. 3 Shroud, 2 clues. You must spend an additional action to investigate the Orne Library. Darrell doesn't really have... Well, I guess I could Mariner's Compass. If I could play the Mariner's Compass and Madame Labranche... Well, that would only be 5 resources. I'd gain a resource. And then... yeah. Anyway, it is Darrell's turn. You know, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go to the Humanities Building. 3 Shroud, 4 clues. Forced at the end of your turn. If you are in the Humanities Building, discard the top X cards of your deck, where X is the amount of horror on you. Well, currently that's 0, so I can... That's a good place to go early game as opposed to late game. So, do I just start sucking up these clues? I would go 5 on a 3. Let's put my Mariner's Compass out. Do I play Madame Labranche? Why not? It's a sink. We're going to play Madame Labranche. Oh, wait. I moved and I played my Mariner's Compass. Do I want to investigate right now? I mean, I can play Madame Labranche and get clues next turn. Especially since I don't have any evidence out. So yeah, let's play Madame Labranche. I am going to use her fast to gain a resource, because I have no resources. Although that turns off Mariner's Compass. I can spend resources to activate Mariner's Compass. Okay, yeah. We'll get a resource from Madame Labranche. That's my turn. Exhilarating first turn. Upkeep. Another Obsidian Bracelet. Can only be assigned damage dealt by treachery effects, but can be assigned damage dealt to other investigators. Okay. Upkeep for Darrell is a William Webb. I can discover a clue at a connecting location. If I didn't have Labranche out, I could play William Webb and get these clues when I investigate the Humanities Building. But whatever. Alright. Oh, we haven't read the actor agenda. You have arrived at Miskatonic University campus in search of Professor Warren Rice. Classes are over, and a mysterious silence hangs in the air over the quad. 7 Doom. Professor Rice was last seen several hours ago by one of Armitage's students in the Humanities Building. 6 clues. I currently have 0. Well, 1 out of 7 Doom on the sheet, because it's the Mythos phase now, and encounter cards are... Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. You know, I have other weapons. And I have 2 brand of Cthulhu's in my deck. You know what? We're going to choose the brand of Cthulhu, and we'll just roll with the machete with the ceremony symbol. So that goes back into my deck. Shuffle, and discard what? 3? No brand of Cthulhu's. Ooh. Okay. Discard a weakness. That's always good. And that's legit because I didn't choose to discard a weakness. It just came out of my deck. And I am eager for death. Test. Head 2. Increase this skills test difficulty for each 1 damage on you. That's 0. If you fail, take 2 horror. I'm probably fine taking the 2 horror. 2 on a 2. Or I'll just draw the 0 and nothing bad happens. Okay. Well, Lily, you're not really set up to do anything right now because you just shuffled your weapon in. So gain a resource, play them a cheat. And you know what? You move back to the quad. That is her turn. Darrell. Start sucking up clues from the humanities building. I need to get all 6 of these clues. I mean, I'm sure there's clues elsewhere, but I need to start getting them. I need to start getting clues. Let me... I would investigate 5 on a 3. Let's do Mariner's Compass right now. I'm going to spend 2 resources to make it 8 on a 3. Or 7 on a 3. And I'm going to commit Eureka to make it an 8 on a 3. And here comes the auto-fail. Nope, -2. So that's successful. Because it was Mariner's Compass, I have no resources in my resource pool, so I discover an additional clue at my location. 1, 2. And Eureka says, if the skill test is successful, the investigator performing this test searches the top 3 for a card and draws it, then shuffles. Okay. So I either have hyper awareness. Did I not say search 3? Search 3. Hyper awareness, research notes, or dark horse. Well, I am currently in a dark horse mood. So let's grab dark horse. And then shuffle. Because I have no resources, I'm going to grab a resource with LeBranche. My first action was to investigate with Mariner's Compass. Then I'm going to investigate straight up 5 on a 3, I guess. That's a success. And I'm going to investigate 5 on a 3 again. That's an auto fail. Okay, so I get 1 of those clues. Decent turn. Enemy phase. There are no enemies. Upkeep phase. Lily drew her goddamn arm injury. Luckily, I got this first aid kit out. Okay. I knew. Like, it always comes up. All right, upkeep for Darrell. Higher education. Well, that is a way for me to spend resources, if I have 5 or more cards in hand, to activate Dark Horse. But that's not quite there yet. Okay. Doom on the sheet. Encounter cards. Offer of Power. We're not putting 2 Doom on the sheet. I'm going to take the 2 Horror. That's fine. Terror from Beyond. Choose asset, event, or skill, and each player must discard each card in his or her hand that is of the chosen card type. Well, it's not going to be event, and it's not going to be asset. How bad am I going to fuck Lily if I say skill? Nope, I'm going to say skill. Technically, if you were playing 2 players, you would not know this information. But, yeah, skill. If I was playing by myself and I was Darrell, I would say skill regardless. Okay. Lily's just kind of hanging out. Let's see if Darrell can suck up some of these clues. So, 5 on a 3 to investigate the Humanities Building. That is an Elder Sign. My Elder Sign is place an evidence on an asset you control. And more importantly, that gets the clue. I won't be able to go up here and investigate, but I am going to go up here as my second action. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. Because next turn, I'm going to Dark Horse. More than likely. Although I could Mariner's Compass. Yeah, I think I'm dark horsing. Anyway, time for upkeep because there are no enemies. A backpack for Lily. And a bizarre diagnosis for Darrell. Okay. 3 out of 7 doom on the sheet. Encounter cards. Beyond the Veil. Put it into play in your threat area if there is no copy of Beyond the Veil in your threat area. If you have no cards in your deck, take 10 damage and discard it. Darrell's going to put an evidence on that. So if he gains clues when he's at the same location as Lily, he can get that evidence. Ancient Evils. I don't have anybody cancel it, right? No. Okay. Darrell. You know what? Since this is such a bullshit location, I'm going to play Dark Horse. That pumps all my skills. While I have no resources. I am going to... Let's see, I'd be a 6 on a 3. I could make it a 6 on a 1 with Darrell's Kodak. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use my Kodak now, because this is important. Darrell's Kodak. I'm going to investigate this location 6 on a 1 with the Mariner's Compass. Because I have no resource in my resource pool, I can discover the clue. But this cost me 2 actions. 6 on a 1. Sweet. That gets me my 2 clues. And let's see, Lily has her whole turn left. I'm going to advance right now. I'm going to advance right now. You were unable to find Professor Rice, but one of the students you spoke with mentioned a strange man entering Rice's office. Unfortunately, the door leading to the faculty offices is locked at this late hour. The student says that the head janitor, Jazz, might be able to let you in if you can find him. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the set-aside Jazz mulligan into the encounter deck. Hey, Jazz, come here. Okay, that's that. Now, concerned for Professor Rice's safety, you seek out the head janitor, who can let you into the locked sections of the campus. Spend a clue, discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck, the top 10 instead if there's only 1 player in the game. Forced, if you discard Jazz Mulligan for any reason, resolve his revelation effect. Objective, when you take control of Jazz Mulligan, advance. Lily, are you able to go get some clues? Well, first... So that was Darrell's whole turn, because that cost him 2 actions to investigate the Orne Library, but it's a victory point. Lily, first and foremost, I'm going to heal my arm injury. Okay. Action the first. Spend a supply, heal 1 damage or horror from an investigated location. And arm injury can be healed as if it were a single point of damage. Let's go down into the Student Union. Ooh, it's only 1 shroud. Forced, after the Student Union is revealed, put the set-aside dormitories into play. 2 actions to heal a damage and a horror. The dormitories. The door leading into the dormitories is locked. You cannot move into the dormitories. Okay. Wow, that zoomed out a lot. That was my second action to move down there. You know what? It's a shroud of 1. And if Lily's going to help try to find Jazz, she needs clues. So how about she just investigates 2 on a 1? Actually, her fist is 5 because of this +1 fist. Do I have any books to commit? Nope. All right, 2 on a 1. Okay. It was a long shot, but it was worth a shot. All right, upkeep time because there are no enemies. Chthonian Stone. There's a book to commit. Deduction. Solid, solid. 5 out of 7 doom on the sheet. Counter cards. Arcane Barrier. Attached to your location as an additional cost to move into or out of attached location. Test head 4. If successful, discard Arcane Barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck. You know, Darrell is not going to put in evidence on that because I think, well, Lily can stay there and try to suck up the clues as long as I don't draw an enemy. Yeah, I'm going to choose not to put in evidence on that with my Kodak. Instead, I get a Visions of Futures Past. Test head 5. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. How many head commits do I have? Oh, when I upkeeped, I'm going to choose not to gain a resource because of Dark Horse. So that puts me at 3. The only bad thing is this lucky cost me a resource. All right, well, I'm at a 3 on a 5 test, and I'm going to commit higher education for a head. So I'm at 4 on a 5. Squid. Minus X, discard the top 2 cards of your deck, where X is the total printed cost of the discarded cards. Oh boy. So I'm at 4 on a 5. Minus 2. Minus 2. So that puts me down to 2 on a 5. Now I have to discard 3 cards. A Madame LeBranche, an Occult Lexicon, and a Research Notes. Good job, Squid. It's just like I failed 0 on a 5. Okay. We gotta start finding Jazz, Lily. Can you investigate? I'm gonna commit this. You know what? It might be worth it to pump. Yeah. Let's get a clue. +5 skill value. I am investigating this location with Lily. 7 on a 1. Okay, that would have succeeded even if I didn't pump it. Oh well. But she got a clue. That's the important bit. And I'm going to have her spend it right away to discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck in search of Jazz. Nope. Nope. Oh man, we're getting rid of some big enemies. Okay, that was, aside from finding Jazz, that was a really good result. All right. Well, Darrell's going to go try to find some clues now. Let's head over here. Do I go to the administration building or the science building? Let's go to the science building. 2 shroud, 2 clues after it is revealed. Put the set-aside alchemy labs into play. If you fail a head test while in the science building, take a damage. Okay, so we want the laboratory, or what was it called? The alchemy labs in play? Okay. 2 shroud, 2 clues. I'm going to investigate with Mariner's Compass. I'm at 6 on a 2. That's an elder sign. Give me an evidence. And give me 2 clues, please. Jazz, help me out, bro. Alright, so I moved twice and I investigated with Mariner's Compass. Dark Horse Darrell, who knew? Lily activated her thing, she investigated, and she searched for Jazz. Okay. Upkeep time. Blinding Light is an evade. Live and learn. After you fail a skill test, you get to try it again at +2 skill value. Okay. 6 out of 7 Doom on the sheet. We gotta find Jazz here, Lily. Counter card. Jazz. Nope. Visions of Future Past, head 5, all that good stuff. So I'm at 3 on a 5. Do I have any commits? Do I have Deny Existence to stop me from discarding the cards? No. Sure, let's just go 3 on a 5. Skull. I don't know what these numbers are yet. -1. If you fail, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Ugh. So the skull makes me discard 3. And then that puts me at a 2 on a 5. This card makes me discard 3. Ugh. Oh, the Drawn to the Flame. Ugh. Lily's only got 14 cards left in her deck. Terror from Beyond. I'm going to choose skill again, probably. Oh, but I've got deduction. Let's see. If I get rid of assets, it's going to be both of my William Webbs, which I've already got LeBranch out. Oh, I also didn't want to gain a resource from Dark Horse. If I choose assets, that goes the Chthonian Stone, the Obsidian Bracelet, yeah, we're going to choose asset, unfortunately, because I want Lucky still. Well, I can't really play Lucky. But if Live and Learn's an event, Deduction's a skill, Bizarre Diagnosis an event. Yeah, we're going to choose asset. By William Webbs. And this is unfortunate. It's by Chthonian Stone, by Obsidian Bracelet, by Backpack, and by Ceremonial Sickle. Oh. But I wasn't getting rid of Deduction. Why didn't I play a Deduction last time? Oh, because I was going to get both of the clues with Mariner's Compass. Makes sense. Okay. Lily, do you want to go and we can search for Jazz? Do you have any books to commit? No, I discarded them all. Okay. That's fine. Let's just investigate 2 on a 1. That succeeds. I'm going to have her immediately spend it to search for Jazz. Discard the top 5. Okay, 3. Locked Door, good. 4. Arcane Barrier, good to get rid of. Jazz! Nope. Beyond the Veil, very good to get rid of, though. Did I surge when I got Beyond the Veil? I don't think I did. I cheated. I always forget that Beyond the Veil surges. Well, we'll just say I cheated. I forgot to surge. I forgot. Do I just draw an encounter card now? Fuck it, I'm going to draw an encounter card now. Okay, Ancient Evils. That's a good punishment. That's a good punishment. And the agenda advances. The university is dead silent. The shadows coil about your feet as you walk, and you swear there is something following you with each step you take. Is it just your imagination, or is there really someone or something stalking you? Each investigator with 5 or more cards in his or her discard pile takes a horror. 10 or more takes 2 horror. Lily's got 14. 9 for Darrell. Okay. We've already played The House Always Wins, so we go directly to Agenda 2B. Jazz, where are you? A cry of fear echoes through the campus, and several students flee from the eastern side of the university where the science building can be found. Could this commotion be linked to Professor Rice's disappearance? If the dormitories is not in play, put it into play. If the experiment is in play, move it 1 location towards the dormitories. If it is not in play, spawn it at the science building. Oh, Darrell. The experiment is a 4/7/2 massive who gets 6 more health, so 4/13/2. When the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. If the experiment is defeated, then we advance to Act 3B. And it deals 2 and 2. So we got to try to kill it. All right. Boop. Also, this reset. The Beast Unleashed. Some kind of wild creature is on the loose. Whatever it is, it appears to be headed towards the university dormitories. When this agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, 2. Instead, remove all doom in play and move the experiment 1 location towards the dormitories. If the experiment enters the dormitories, advance. Okay, so we either have to find Jazz and warn the students in the dormitories, probably, or kill this thing. Well, Lily has a machete, but I think the ruling on massive enemies and machete is you are not engaged. with those enemies. And I mean, still, it would take her so long. And does Darrell have any way to fight? I'm sure that the experiment is elite. Yes, so this card won't work on him. We got to find Jazz. The question is, so Lily has one more action. She has no more clues. I'm going to have her attempt to move out of here. Arcane Barrier is a head 4 test. She's only at a 3 on a 4, but I can commit both of these cards. 5 on a 4. Skull. -1. Perfect. So, if you succeed, then you discard Arcane Barrier. Look at me. Darrell. Well, he's got the thing that can heal 3 damage. This might just kill LaBranche. Did I remember? Okay, I did remember. Okay. I'm going to move out from the experiment's location. It deals an attack of opportunity to me. Does that just kill Madame LaBranche? Yeah, I'm gonna tank it. I can heal the damage. I'm gonna tank it. Then we're gonna search for Jazz. One of my clues. Come on, Jazz. 1, 2. There he is. 3. Now, I believe I still discard the top 5. Doesn't say stop when you find him. It's just discard the top 5 cards, and if Jazz is in there, do his revelation effect. Put him into play at your location. Sweet. When you take control of Jazz Mulligan, advance. While Jazz Mulligan is not controlled by an investigator, he gains Parlay Test Book 3. If successful, take control of Jazz Mulligan. While you control Jazz Mulligan, you ignore the text on unrevealed Miskatonic locations. We're going to try to get down to the dorms. At least Darrell is. I mean, hell, maybe Lily will too, because what's Lily going to do to this thing? Punch it 13 times? I don't know. It is 2 victory points. Right now, we only have 1 victory point. All right, anyway, that was Darrell's second action to search for Jazz, right? He moved out, he searched for Jazz. Now we parlay Jazz. Book 3. I am sitting at 6 book because of Dark Horse. Yeah, 6 on a 3. That's a success. Come here, Jazz. You don't take up an ally slot, but you are a sync. While you control Jazz Mulligan, you ignore the text on unrevealed Miskatonic locations, like the dormitories that says you can't move in there. Okay, we found Jazz Mulligan. Let's advance. You convince Jazz that something strange is going on and that Professor Rice may be in danger. He doesn't trust you enough to hand you his keys, but he agrees to come with you. All of a sudden, you hear a crash coming from the science building, and a student rushes towards you. Help, he cries. There's some kind of animal loose in the chem labs. I only barely caught a glimpse of it, but... He shudders. I think it's heading to the dorms. You've got to do something. If the alchemy lab's location is not in play, put it into play. If you are at agenda 1 or 2, no. Spawn the set-aside experiment in the alchemy labs. If you have completed the House Always Wins, put the set-aside alchemical concoction into play underneath the alchemy labs. The alchemical concoction in the alchemy labs. That's a fight using book instead of fist. If it's used to attack the experiment, it does +6 damage. If you succeed, remove alchemical concoction from the game. So we can deal a little bit less than half of its health with this thing. But we've got to run past it. Probably pick it up off of this location. Then come back. Like, we don't have that amount of time. He's going to go... He's 1, 2, 3. We essentially have 6 turns. Minus any ancient evils. If extracurricular activity is the first scenario of the campaign, remove the set-aside outcome concoction from the game instead. Okay. Campus safety. You have only moments to react. You could warn the students in the dormitories and escort them to safety, or continue your task of searching the faculty offices for Professor Rice. Or perhaps you could try to slay the beast that threatens the campus. Objective, find and complete an objective on another encounter card. So, it's late. Warren's probably not here. Spoilers, this is like the 4th time I've played through this campaign. He's not there. I don't really think killing the experiment is an option right now. What did Lily do? She got the clue, she searched for Jazz, and she moved. I moved, I searched for Jazz. I have one more action? No, I parlayed Jazz. That was my last action. The investigation phase is over. Yeah, I moved out, I searched for Jazz, and I parlayed Jazz. Okay. We need to upkeep. Lily has a premonition, which is fantastic. Dilemma. Choose 2 skills. Until the end of the investigation phase, each investigator gets +1 to the chosen skills and -1 to each other skill. I'm going to choose to pump up. Let's see. I'm probably going to go 1, 2, investigate, so book. And head test on treacheries, head. So fist and feet down. Sorry, Lily, we're not fighting this thing. Fist and feet down, book and head up. Oh, I also do not want a resource from Dark Horse. Choose not to gain a resource. Okay. We got Doom on the sheet, 1 of 2. Lily, if these are monsters, you got to deal with them. Nope, offer of power. We are not putting Doom on the sheet. That is for goddamn sure. So, whoops. She's going to heal herself. Terror from Beyond. Let's see. We got rid of assets last time. So how many assets can we have? We're going to say assets again. Yep, Lily has an event. Cool. Lily, you can go first. I know you would like to heal. So let's do it. You know what? Just heal both. Why not? Heal both. And it has no supply, so it goes bye-bye. And, shoink. We're going to move down. We're running away from this thing. Because it's going to move here next turn. Darrell, you better get your ass into the dormitories. That's 2 moves. 6 clues. Objective. If investigators in the dormitory spend 3 investigators as a group are 2. It's 1 victory point. I mean, killing this thing would be 2 victory points, but Lily is not healthy enough to sit there and tank it. Yeah, I mean, we're just getting the clues. So I'm going to investigate with Mariner's Compass. That, I'm at a 6 on a 1 because of Dark Horse. I'm going to commit a deduction, 7 on a 1 for an additional clue. And an additional clue. That is always how it happens. I'm testing an unfailable test for a lot of shit, and it fails. Yay. Auto fail. Cool. I mean, I think we got enough time. Now, here's the question. If I live and learn, is deduction still committed? I don't think so. Is it still Mariner's Compass? Actually, wait a minute. That's a good question. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look this up. How live and learn works. As a general rule, you use live and learn to attempt a test a second time. All effects with a duration that expire at the end of the first attempt will have expired by the time the second begins. This includes effects during the first attempt that say until the end of the skill test for this skill test, or bonuses from committed cards, which are all discarded at the end of the first attempt. That's how I figured it would work. But I'm still investigating with the Mariner's Compass. So I don't get the deduction, but I'm still investigating with the Mariner's Compass. And I'm at an 8 on a 1. That's a success. Okay. I get 2 clues because of Mariner's Compass. Cool. Upkeep. Oh, wait. Yeah, Lily went. Dark Prophecy. Oh, I could have premonitioned. God damn it. I should have premonitioned. I'd have drawn the autofail and been like, oh, I'm going to jerk off instead of committing my deduction. Nope. That was stupid of me. Ah, ruined film. Okay. So I have to remove 4 evidence from cards you control. For each evidence you cannot remove this way, take a horror. Well, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Okay. Doom on the sheet, which advances it. Oh, we only advance when we get there. But he moves once towards the dormitories. Blip. All right, Lily, draw encounter cards. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck. Okay, the machete. Then discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Eldritch Initiation, Brand of Cthulhu, and a Hypnotic Gaze. If they matched the machete, I would have taken 2 horror. Nope. Whippoorwill! Okay, I mean, that's not a huge deal. Lily can come down and punch it, which I think that's what she's going to do. 1 to move. 1 to engage because it's aloof. Actually, whoa. Let's rethink this. I mean, is it really worth... Oh, I also don't want a resource. Or do I? You don't give me a resource. It's only a Shroud of 1, so I'm back down to base stats. I can... Oh, Live and Learn is gone. It's an event. If I put an evidence on the Whippoorwill, then I can get an evidence, which would then make the next one free, other than autofail. But it's basically free instead of autofail anyway. So, yeah, why not? All right, Lily goes first. She moves and engages the Whippoorwill, and she's going to punch it. She did not do a skill test last turn. She healed herself twice and moved. So she flips this. She is at a 5. She should play Premonition first. I'm going to play Premonition first. Cultist. Cultist is a -1, -3 instead. If there are 10 or more cards in your discard pile, there most certainly are. There's 20. But that'll still pass a 5 on a 2. So I am going to go through with the fight. I draw the cultist, thanks to Premonition. And the Whippoorwill. Oh, no. That doesn't succeed because Whippoorwill's at my location. I get -1 fist. Fuck. So I'm not going to go through with the fight. What else would I do then? I should have played Premonition first. I could play Dark Prophecy. One of the tokens would be a cultist, and then I get 4 other tokens, and then there's a really good chance that it's still just the cultist. Okay, I think then I am going to FAP and end my turn, not taking a third action. Because Darrell will succeed with a cultist. Darrell will succeed with a cultist. And I just need to suck up... Well, I only need to suck up 3 of these clues to advance, but 4 of the clues to get a victory point. If I can do this... I can do this in 1 turn and we can win. So I think that's what I do. My first action... So I got to remember the Whippoorwill is making all of my stats -1. It's a Shroud of 1, and I've got a Book of 4, and I'm drawing a -3 token. So that succeeds. So what I do is I use this Investigate on the Mariner's Compass. I'm going to spend a resource to pump my book up 1, which also turns Dark Horse back on. But importantly, it turns on if you have no resources in your resource pool, you discover an additional clue at your location. Now I'm investigating, do the thing, I draw the cultist, I succeed. Give me 2 clues. Since Dark Horse is back on, Dark Horse negates the Whippoorwill. So I'm at base stats. Five on a 1 can only fail with auto-fail. That's a success. I now have the requisite number of clues to advance, but I want this victory point. Investigate 5 on a 1. Squid. Okay. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck, and then I get -X based on their values. 2, 2, which is 4, which still succeeds. Give me that last clue. Now we advance. We advance because of this. If investigators in the dormitory spend 6 clues as a group, advance. Darrell still has 1, technically. The monstrous creature lets out a terrible shriek as it succumbs to its wounds and collapses onto the ground. Oh, wait. Wait, we didn't do that. Oh, no, we don't advance. We go to R2. Never mind. Don't mind me. R2. You pull each of the dormitory's fire alarms and usher the students out of the building's north exit. I'm going to move this over here because I got to write my campaign log. Okay. There we go. You pull each of the dormitory's fire alarms and usher the students out of the building's north exit, hoping to make your way off campus. Many of the students are confused and exhausted, but you believe an attempt to explain the situation will do more harm than good. Minutes later, a terrible screech echoes across the campus, piercing and shrill. You tell the students to wait and head back to the dormitories to investigate. Oddly, you find no trace of the strange creature, a prospect that worries you more than it relieves you. You hurry to the faculty offices to find Professor Rice, but there is no sign of him anywhere. In your campaign log, record that Professor Rice was kidnapped. In your campaign log, record that the students were rescued. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. That's only going to be 2 because Orne Library and dormitories are empty. Was the administration building a victory point? No. Was this a victory point? No. And the faculty offices, the cards I set aside, the Night is Still Young was a victory point if I had played this first, but I didn't. The Hour is Late, no victory point. Okay. So we get 2 XP. Then we proceed to Armitage's Fate. Interlude 1. Check the campaign log. If the investigators were unconscious for several hours, no. Then we go to Armitage's Fate 2. When you arrive at Dr. Armitage's home in Southside, you find him sitting at his desk, pale-faced and sweating with worry. He is grateful to you for searching for his colleagues, but he doesn't look relieved. With a long pause, he straightens his glasses and explains, "I'm afraid I must apologize. There is something I didn't mention to you earlier." Dr. Armitage then spins a tale you would scarcely believe had it not been for your harrowing experiences early that night. In your campaign log, record that the investigators rescued Dr. Armitage. So, rescued Dr. Armitage. Any one investigator may choose to add Dr. Henry Armitage to their deck. This card does not count towards their deck size and can be found in the Armitage's Fate encounter set. Well, how about I just search for it in the set aside cards here? Gimme. So Armitage is a 2/2 sync, costs 2, commits for 2 question marks, reaction after you draw a non-weakness card, discard that card, and exhaust Dr. Henry Armitage, gain 3 resources. Who likes that better? Who likes resources better? You know, Dark Horse Darrell, maybe. But I mean, it's a how many allies? So he's got 2 LeBranches, 2 webs. So he's already got 4 allies. I think I've got a sled dog over here, and that's it, I think. She's got Frances Morgan. Oh. I forgot to add Frances Morgan to her deck on Arkham DB. Whoops. Well, she's going to get Armitage too. So Lily's going to get Armitage. Let me put this in here. Morgan and Armitage. It is Henry, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that's the end. The story continues in scenario 2 of the Miskatonic Museum. Alrighty. Well, here's what we do. We click this button to reset the play areas. Clean up the table. And I will be continuing in the next video, the Miskatonic Museum, scenario 2. It's the 3rd video, but it's scenario 2 because each of these were scenario 1, A and B. So that's scenario 2. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade my deck. I only got 2 XP. So we'll see what I can do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.